Hey guys, we are back with another episode of the Emote Guide. Today we have a very special episode planned. That's right, it's the 22 episode. And in full 22 manner, the game has decided to spawn a blood moon on me. So, bosses disable natural spawn, so it doesn't really matter. So, the weapon of my choice will be the Molten Fury, and I will be loading it with Hellfire arrows. These combined make for a really good damage loadout against Queen Bee. Other good weapons are, as you could see earlier, the Lightning Rod, although I think it's getting nerfed soon, so I'm not going to be using that. If you're using a mage loadout, then you should get Space Gun as your main weapon. And another thing that can actually be useful is Demon Scythe, though don't use it as a main weapon, because it's bad at hitting the bee when she's not charging. When she is charging, though, it's a really good weapon. These are the buffs I'm going to be using pretty standard. I got Crimson Armor, and that is because of its regen. I'm actually going to be using Agitating Lens instead of this balloon. I prefer to use Agitating Lens because it lines up really well for charges. And, you don't need a double jump for this fight. I'm going to be showing you how to do it without it. This is because, she inflicts poison on stingers and stuff. And if you've already seen this fight, you may be wondering, but she inflicts another DOT that this doesn't give immunity to, so why wear this? And to answer that, the DOT she inflicts that is exclusive to E mode lasts like 5 seconds, while poison lasts like 20. So essentially what this will do to me is whenever I get hit, it enables regen, or getting hit only disables regen for like 5 seconds instead of 20, and that's a pretty big difference. Another thing in weapons is, I'm going to be using the Mind Break. This is a summon weapon dropped by the Brain. It's the unique weapon of the Brain, and it's just a cool summon. Summons help during this fight, so yeah, I'm going to be using that. You can also get the Eater of World Staff, that could have been bad. This thing. It's also a good summon, though it's getting planned to be changed into a whip soon in 1.4, whenever that comes out for Tmod, which will be in like, I don't know. And the final thing I'm using is Crimson Enchant, and this is a really good enchant. In fact, along the Fargo chord and professional players, this is one of the best enchantments in the game. And another thing that I can recommend for defensive accessories is Gutted Heart. The creepers block so many of they block a lot of projectiles, and they just block a lot of damage. In fact, they block so much damage that I don't want to use it. I would rather show you guys how to fight this boss without any damage, without like blocking attacks with creepers. As for what it does, after you take a hit, you get like insane regen, but if you get hit before you heal all your damage health back, you not only take the damage of that hit, but you also get rid of all of that regen. So, like, if I'm at 300, like if I take a 100 damage hit, and I go down to 300, and then I start regenning to like 350, but it doesn't make it to 400, and then I get hit for like 50 damage, then it goes back down to the damage I did, or the damage I took before I started regenning, so 300, and I would also take the 50 damage. So it's a risk-reward thing, but the reward is almost always useful. I'm going to be fighting in this arena once again. Hooray for this arena. And of course, to do that, I'm going to be using the Bomb Strat. And in 1.4, devs said that they're probably going to remove the Surface and Rage, so be excited for that. Anyways, I think that we are ready to get this thing started. Hope I don't mess this up this time. I didn't. Alright, let's go. Oh. So, starts out pretty standard. This is just the usual Queen Bee fight, right? Yep, she's just dashing. Has this thing been nerfed yet? I am very bad at aiming. Guess bad aiming is always a nerf. She just spawned a hornet there, and her stingers aren't that normal, because as you can see, she's firing them in a ring instead of directly at you. Yeah. You now have to kind of dodge in a circle, somewhat, or you have to dodge circles of stingers, so you can't just stay above her. Aside from that, for now, it's just the normal fight. Okay, there. This is a royal subject. It is a smaller queen bee that only does charges. It won't shoot stingers or spawn more bees. It will just charge. And if you could hear, if I try to hurt the regular queen bee, she makes that metallic clinking sound. And that's to indicate that you're not damaging her. Like, only deal 1 damage. And in order to not only deal 1 damage, you have to take this guy out. So yeah, just take him out, just kill him. That's literally it. As you can see, Agitating Lens lines up with his dashes very well. And yeah, that is because Agitating Lens is really good. Crimson has been keeping me alive for a while too. Yeah, that's the power of Crimson Enchant. I almost don't want to use Crimson anymore. Whatever. So yeah, back to normal. I am bad at aiming. Oh, this... yeah. You can see why Crimson is considered one of the best enchants in the game. What was that roar? Okay, for this, you just gotta stay below or above her. Don't bother dodging. You can't do it. And also, before she did that, she just spat a hive at me, and that hive spawned a bunch of hornets and, like, bees and hornets and stuff. So, in order to just take them out. And now, it's the royal subject phase again, where you can't damage her until you take out the subjects. But now there's 2 of them, and that roar right there is your cue that she's about to do the bee swarm thing. So, just go above or below her when you hear that. Sometimes you might be far away, and that kinda sucks, but generally you just want to stay closer. Anyways, back to destroying the subjects. My aim is very bad, I can't sit down right here in this recording area. Please. Oh no, what is that? Ow. Let me go. Blood Moon is gone. Is that a good omen or something? I guess if she goes near the ground when she does that attack, you always want to go above her in order to dodge it. So, that's my advice right there. But most of the time, it might just always be better in any other scenario to dodge below her when she does that. And now that the subjects are gone, it's a pretty normal fight from here. It's just this phase. So, be wary of the cues. Oh, she does spawn a bunch of hornets and bees from those hives that she's spitting out. So, be aware of those. And, something I can say, again, about your loadout is, if you find these bees annoying, something you can use is the Shadow Enchantment, which is a very good crowd control enchantment. I will be using Shadow Enchant for a later boss, and you can... if you're in Fargo Court, you know which boss I'm going to use Shadow Enchant against, so get excited for that. Oh, I hate this thing. What? I was at like over 300 health that entire fight. I'm gonna complain about that on Fargo Court. Oh. So, that's the fight. I even got the weapon. As you can see, this boss drops jungle crates, which you can craft into anything that anything you can find in jungle chests. For most of them it's free except seaweed, which is 10, but like, why would you get this? Well, you could. Does it? Yeah, it does. Into this isn't a very good enchantment. So like, you can get a better fishing pole, you can get Staff of Regrowth, which I don't have already. In case you don't have lightning boots yet, you can get this. You can get this or these for some reason. Yeah, it's kind of worth farming. And in hard mode, when you can open all these to get ores and bars and stuff, then they're very useful. And this is a good accessory. 10 armor pen is pretty decent. Well, that's my guide finished for today. In case you've been wondering why this guide's progress has been going, like, it's been taking a long time for me to get this one out, spring break ended, which means the time I have to record these voiceovers is very liminal. So, I will be uploading these whenever I feel like uploading them. So, if I feel stressed or something, then I won't be uploading. So, that's all. I am Batmox. Enjoy your emote experience.